used to come and knock upon my office door with that baseball glove and that big grin he wore. I'd say, catch you later, son, I got a call to make. Catch you later, son, Lord, what was at stake? I didn't know that later had a limit on itself. Catch you later, son, I only told myself. Catch you later, son, catch you later, son. Catch you later, boy, catch you later, son. I miss so much joy, the games I didn't make and the stories left untold. Catch you later, son, our later's growing old. He's got a boy of his own now, and I watch him throw the ball in the backyard in the evening glow. He never says, catch you later, to that little one. And I know where he learned that, from his daddy's son. I didn't know that later had a limit on its shelf. Catch you later, son, I only told myself. Catch you later, son, catch you later, son. Catch you later, boy, catch you later, son. I miss so much joy, the games I didn't make and stories left untold. Catch you later, son, now later's growing old. He forgave me over dinner just last Saturday night. He said, Dad, I know you love me, and he said it right. Out loud without a flinch, and I could barely hold the line. Catch you later, son, you turned out fine. Catch you later, son, Lord, I wish I could go back. Catch you later, son, get everything I lack, the courage and the presence to put the work aside. Catch you later, son, my greatest source of pride. He calls me every Sunday now without fail. Catch you later, son, love never goes stale. Catch you later, son, love never goes stale.
I remember how they looked, rough and broad and strong, working hands that carried everything along. The cracks and calluses that told me who he was. My father's hands worn down for us. He never said I love you with his words out loud, but his hand said everything and said it proud. My father's hand building everything we had. My father's hand, the hands of my dad, fixing what was broken, planting what would grow. My father's hand, the most love I know. I watch them fold in prayer every Sunday morning. I watch them shake when my mother's baby was born. I held them at the end when they grown tired and thin. My father's hands, where do I begin? He never said I love you with his words out loud, but his hands said everything and said it proud. My father's hands building everything we had. My father's hands, the hands of my dad, fixing what was broken, planting what would grow. My father's hands, the most love I know. I look down at my own hands now, and there they are, the same broad knuckle and the same old scar on the left thumb, the nail he missed in '63. My father's hands living on in me. My father's hands, Lord, I see them every day. My father's hands, they never went away. Every time I hold my own son's hand, I feel my father's hands, nothing more real. His hands are gone, but mine carry them still. My father's hands, and always will.
He was 16 and the lot was empty on a Sunday. I put him in the driver's seat that cool October day. He grabbed the wheel like it might run away from him, teaching him to drive. Where do I begin? I held the dash and said, stay calm and keep it straight. He gripped it like his whole life was at stake, teaching him to drive in the parking lot of life, teaching him to drive through every joy and strife. The lessons that I gave him went beyond that empty lie, teaching him to drive, best thing I've got. He stalled it twice and laughed till he could barely see. Said, Dad, your face right now is everything to me. I laughed and said, okay, let's try this thing again, teaching him to drive. That's how we became friends. I held the dash and said, stay calm and keep it straight. He gripped it like his whole life was at stake. Teaching him to drive in the parking lot of life. Teaching him to drive through every joy and strife. The lessons that I gave him went beyond that empty lot. Teaching him to drive, best thing I got. Now he drives his daughter to her first day of school. Uses the same calm voice that I taught him as a rule. Stay in your lane and check your mirror and be kind. Teaching him to drive, the best thing left behind. Teaching him to drive, Lord, I'd do it all again. Teaching him to drive, my boy, my best friend. Every wobbly Sunday in that empty parking space. Teaching him to drive, I'd give anything to go back to that place. He drives smooth now, better than his old man. Teaching him to drive, best thing in my got.
He'd have the coffee on before the rest of us were up. The paper on the table in his old ceramic cup. He'd nod at me and pour another when I sat beside. Sunday mornings with my dad, his quiet kind of pride. We didn't need to say too much, the morning said it all. Sunday mornings with my dad before the house would call. Sunday mornings with my dad, slow and still and good. Sunday mornings with my dad, I'd go back if I could. Coffee and the paper and the quiet between us there. Sunday mornings with my dad, nothing could compare. He'd read me out the box scores in his Sunday morning way. Point out something in the paper that he wanted me to weigh. In my mind and think about and form my own beliefs. Sunday mornings with my dad, Sunday morning relief. We didn't need to say too much, the morning said it all. Sunday mornings with my dad before the house would call. Sunday mornings with my dad, slow and still and good. Sunday mornings with my dad, I'd go back if I could. Coffee and the paper and the quiet between us there. Sunday mornings with my dad, nothing could compare. He's been gone 11 years this coming fall, but Sunday morning still I hear him down the hall. I pour 2 cups and let the quiet fill the room. Sunday mornings with my dad, gone too soon. Sunday mornings with my dad, Lord, I miss him so. Sunday mornings with my dad, more than he could know. I pour his cup and read the paper the way he always did. Sunday mornings with my dad, still his kid. cups of coffee in the Sunday morning light. Sunday mornings with my dad, everything was right.
Took me to the yard when I was barely 5. Showed me how to hold the seams and keep my arm alive. Said follow through, don't stop your hand when it releases. He taught me how to throw, and I still have every piece of everything he showed me in the yard back then. He taught me how to throw, and I throw it to my son again. He taught me how to throw, how to stand my ground. He taught me how to throw, how to turn around when life comes at you fast and the ball curves wide. He taught me how to throw, my greatest guide. We threw till the mosquitoes came and Mom called us in. He always let me win the count and always wore a grin, like throwing with his boy was all the world he'd need. He taught me how to throw, how to plant the seed, everything he showed me in the yard back then. He taught me how to throw, and I throw it to my son again. He taught me how to throw, how to stand my ground. He taught me how to throw, how to turn around when life comes at you fast and the ball curves wide. He taught me how to throw, my greatest guide. Now I'm in the yard and my own boy's got the glove, and I hear my father's voice coming through with love. Follow through and plant your feet and keep your elbow right. He taught me how to throw, I'm passing on the light. He taught me how to throw and so much more than that. He taught me love without the fancy word for that. In a backyard in the summer, in the fading August light. He taught me how to throw and how to live right. Ball goes back and forth across the years. He taught me how to throw through all the cheers.
He called me on a Tuesday, like he always did at noon. Said he just called to talk, said nothing too soon will change between us. Said he loved me and was proud the last time he called. He said it out loud. I almost didn't answer. I was heading into a meeting then. The last time he called, I'll always say I'm glad I answered when. The last time he called, I let it ring the full 3 times. The last time he called, I almost let it go to mine. The last time he called, the world was still in place. The last time he called, I can still hear his face. He died on Thursday quiet, in the early morning gray. The hospice nurse called me, and I put the phone away and sat down on the kitchen floor and let it take me home. The last time he called, he left me with my soul. I almost didn't answer, I was heading into a meeting then. The last time he called, I'll always say I'm glad I answered when. The last time he called, I let it ring the full 3 times. The last time he called, I almost let it go to mine. The last time he called, the world was still in place. The last time he called, I can still hear his face. I keep his number in my phone, I can't delete it yet. It's the last piece of him I've got, and I'm not ready to forget. That Tuesday noon he called me just to say he loved his son. The last time he called, best thing he ever done. The last time he called, Lord, I hear it still. The last time he called, I always will. Pick it up on the first ring now, every time it goes. The last time he called, that's what love knows. His number's still there, I scroll past it every night. The last time he called, he got it exactly right. There was a time my father held my hand across the street. Now I hold his hand and make sure he lands his feet on every curve and every step and every slippery floor. Old man, young son, roll reversal at the chord. He looks at me sometimes like he can't believe it came to this. Old man, young son, nothing I would miss. Old man, young son, how the tables turn. Old man, young son, everything you learn from the man who raised you comes back full circle now. Old man, young son, I'm learning how. I cut his food the way he cut mine long ago. I read the labels out loud at the pharmacy below. The counter where he used to stand 6 foot and proud. Old man, young son, I say his name out loud. He looks at me sometimes like he can't believe it came to this. Old man, young son, nothing I would miss. Old man, young son, son, how the tables turn. Oh man, young son, everything you learn from the man who raised you comes back full circle now. Oh man, young son, I'm learning how. He said to me last April, leaning on his cane, son, I'm sorry you're the one who has to take this strain. I said, Dad, you carried me before I knew the way. Oh man, young son, it's never too late. Oh man, young son, Lord, I do it every day. Oh man, young son, wouldn't have it any other way. He gave me everything before I knew to ask. Oh man, young son, the greatest task. Holds my arm and I hold his, and we walk slow. Oh man, young son, the best love I know. He'd wake me before dawn without a single word, just a hand upon my shoulder, that's all that was heard. We'd drive the old truck out to Miller's Pond by 4. The fishing trip, what it was really for. We never caught much, but we never needed to. Fishing trip was always about me and you. The fishing trip, the quiet and the line. The fishing trip, your coffee mine. All the things we said without a single word. The fishing trip, the best sermon I heard. Taught me how to read the water's face for signs, the way the ripples told you where the current lines ran deep and where the bass were holding in the shade. The fishing trip and the man that it made. We never caught much, but we never needed to. The fishing trip was always about me and you. The fishing trip, the quiet and the line. The fishing trip, your coffee mine. All the things we said without a single word. The fishing trip, the best sermon I heard. I take my same dark, same quiet going on. I hear my father in the stillness of the water. Fishing trip passing on to my son what my father taught us. The fishing trip, Lord, I feel him there. The fishing trip, his voice still in the air. Every time the line goes in, the water still and wide. The fishing trip, Dad right by my side. The line sits quiet and the morning opens gold. The fishing trip, the best story ever told.
heard myself say something to my boy last night that my father said to me, and I knew it was right. The exact same words and the exact same tone of voice. I became my father, didn't have a choice. I used to swear I'd do it different, do it all my way. I became my father, and I'm grateful for that day. I became my father somewhere down the line. I became my father, and that suits me fine. Every year I see him more when I look in the glass. I became my father, Lord, let this last. I fold my newspaper the same way that he did. I drink my coffee black now, just like him. I catch myself and smile because I know what it means. I became my father, living in between. I used to swear I'd do it different, do it all my way. I became my father, and I'm grateful for that day. I became my father somewhere down the line. I became my father, and that suits me fine. Every year I see him more when I look in the glass. I became my father, Lord, let this last. My son said to me, you look just like your dad in this photo here. I said I know, and I held that close all year, because becoming him is the highest thing I've earned. I became my father, and everything I've learned. I became my father, Lord, I wear it proud. I became my father, say his name out loud. Every time I look at what my hands are built and done, I became my father, and I'm raising up his son. The mirror shows two faces, mine and his. I became my father, and that's what love is. He had the new backpack and the lunchbox I had packed the night before with everything he might have lacked. Nothing. I triple-checked it 3 times at the door. First day of school, what a father's for. He turned around and waved at me before he went inside. First day of school, the day I nearly died. First day of school, letting go for the first time. First day of school, watching him cross that line into a world that I can't follow all the way in. First day of school, where does the growing begin? First day of school, he came home, where does the growing begin?
came home full of things I'd never heard before. New names and new songs and new things to explore. He barely needed me to ask him. Poured it out first day of school. That's what growing's about. He turned around and waved at me before he went inside. First day of school, the day I nearly died. First day of school, letting go for the first time. First day of school, watching him cross that line into a world that I can't follow all the way in. First day of school, where does growing begin? First day of school. Every first day after that I thought about the one before the world grew bigger than just me and my son. That backpack and that lunchbox and that wave at the door. First day of school, I couldn't love him more. First day of school, Lord, where does the time go? First day of school, more than I could know. He's dropping his own child off this September morning. First day of school, and I am reborn. First day of school, he waves goodbye the same way that he always did. First day of school, still my kid.
My father was a good man in the ways that good men are. He worked and built and fixed and drove us near and far. But some things in his generation weren't said out loud. What my father never said, though he was proud. I grew up knowing love without the words to frame it right. What my father never said, I say it every night. What my father never said, I say to my son. What my father never said, I say to everyone. I love you and I'm proud of you, and you are more than enough. What my father never said, now that's the stuff. The day I held my newborn boy, I made a quiet vow to say the things my father couldn't figure out how. To get from his heart out into the open air. What my father never said, I said it right there. I grew up knowing love without the words to frame it right. What my father never said, I say it every night. What my father never said, I say to my son. What my father never said, I say to everyone. I love you and I'm proud of you, and you are more than enough. What my father never said, now that's the stuff. I don't blame him, he was raised the same exact old way by men who thought that love was what you did and not what you'd said. But I had the gift of knowing what the silence cost a boy. What my father
never said, I turned to joy. What my father never said, I'll say until my last. What my father never said won't carry to the past. My son will never wonder if his father thinks he's great. What my father never said, I choose a different fate. I love you, son. 3 words that change everything. What my father, now let it rain. What my father never said. Oh. Now let it rain. She put her hand in mine at the chapel door that day, and everything I'd ever felt came flooding in the way. The things come when you didn't know how full you were before. He walked me down the aisle, what a father's for. He leaned and whispered something I will carry to my grave. He walked me down the aisle, the greatest gift he gave. He walked me down the aisle, slow and proud and straight. He walked me down the aisle, no one could replace. The man who shaped my everything, now handing me away. He walked me down the aisle, my greatest day. He shook my husband's hand and looked him in the eye. Said, take care of my daughter, and he didn't try to hide the tears, he let them fall right down his face. He walked me down the aisle, God give me back that place. He leaned and whispered something I will carry to my grave. He walked me down the aisle, the greatest gift he gave. He walked me down the aisle, slow and proud and straight. He walked me down the aisle, no one could replace. The man who shaped my everything, now handing me away. He walked me down the aisle, my greatest day. He's been gone 6 years and I still feel his arm in mine. Every anniversary I close my eyes and find that chapel and that aisle and that slow, proud walk. He walked me down the aisle, his loudest talk. He walked me down the aisle, Lord, I feel him near. He walked me down the aisle every single year. When I hold my own children and they ask me of my dad, he walked me down the aisle, best day we ever had. He let me go with everything he had. He walked me down the aisle, my forever dad.
He'd come in every night at 8 and pull the chair beside and open up whatever book we had inside, and read in that low voice that made the world feel safe. Bedtime stories, his gift of grace. Half the time I wasn't even listening to the words. Bedtime stories, just his voice was all I heard. Bedtime stories in the lamplight, warm and low. Bedtime stories, everything I know about feeling safe and loved and held and not alone. Bedtime stories, he was bringing me home. Sometimes he'd drift off first before the chapter closed. His head would nod and I'd pretend that I had dozed, so he could wake and think I was already gone to sleep. Bedtime stories, mine to keep. Half the time I wasn't even listening to the words. Bedtime stories, just his voice was all I heard. Bedtime stories in the lamplight, warm and low. Bedtime stories, everything I know about feeling safe and loved and held and not alone. Bedtime stories, he was bringing me home. Now I sit beside my own son every night, pull the chair and open up the book and find the light. And I hear my father's voice come through my own somehow. Bedtime stories, I'm the father now. Bedtime stories, Lord, what I would give. Bedtime stories to go back and relive. One more night of lamplight and his voice and me. Bedtime stories, that's where I wanna be. The lamp goes out and the house goes still and good. Bedtime stories, just like he knew it would. Rain or shine or snow or overtime at work, he never once complained and never once would shirk that cold aluminum bleacher on a Tuesday night. He never missed a game, he always showed the light. I didn't know enough to thank him then the way I should. He never missed a game, and now I know I would. He never missed a game, not one in 14 years. He never missed a game through all the cheers. And all the times I sat the bench and never got to play, he never
the drive. He said, boy, watching you do anything made me feel alive. Didn't matter if you played a minute or the whole. He never missed a game. His love was whole. I didn't know enough to thank him then the way I should. He never missed a game, and now I know I would. He never missed a game. Now I won in 14 years. He never missed a game. Through all the cheers and all the times I sat the bench and never got to play, he never missed a game. He came anyway. I stand in the cold bleachers for my boy every week. I bring the thermos and the blanket, and I seek his face when something happens, and I'm always there to see. He never missed a game, and neither will I be. He never missed a game. Lord, that's real love. He never missed a game, sent from above. Every parent in those bleachers is a story being told. He never missed a game worth more than gold. Cold bleachers and a warm heart, and a father in the stands. He never missed a game. Best love in the land. My son said, Dad, come look at this old photograph. It's you and Grandpa at the summer camp on the path. I took the photo and I couldn't catch my breath. I look like you nailed it, even down to the set. Of the jaw and the hands in the gray at the temple there. I look like you now, Dad. We've got the same stare. I look like you now, Dad. Same eyes and everything. I look like you now, Dad. What does that mean? That love gets written on a face across the years. I look like you now, Dad, through the tears. My wife says I've been moving more the way he moved, the way he tilted his head on something he approved of. Came across the table or the evening news. I look like you now, Dad, wearing your shoes. Of the jaw and the hands and the gray at the temple there. I look like you now, Dad. We've got the same step. I look like you now, Dad. Same eyes and everything. I look like you now, Dad. What does that mean? That love gets written on a face across the years. I look like you now, Dad, through the tears. I used to hope I'd grow into someone great and strong. Now I know the greatest thing I've done all along is grow into the man who made me who I am. I look like you now, Dad, your greatest fan. I look like you now, Dad, and I couldn't be more proud. I look like you now, Dad, I'll say it right out loud. There's no one I'd rather look like in this life of mine. I look like you now, Dad, doing just fine. The photograph stays on the table by my bed. I look like you now, Dad, just like you said.
We stayed out past the supper call that evening in July. The yard had gone to dusk, and we kept throwing by. The light from the back window, just enough to see. Throwing the ball in the dark, just him and me. His mom called twice and we both laughed and kept on throwing the ball in the dark, neither one of us going. Throwing the ball in the dark, not ready for the night. Throwing the ball in the dark, holding on to the light of the day and of the summer and the years we had to spare. Throwing the ball in the dark, finding God right there. He asked me then about the things that I believed about life and what comes after, and what death had achieved in my family. And I answered him as best I could. Throwing the ball in the dark, I answered like I should. His mom called twice and we both laughed and kept on throwing the ball in the dark, neither one of us going. Throwing the ball in the dark, not ready for the night. Throwing the ball in the dark, holding on to the light of the day and of the summer and the years we had to spare. Throwing the ball in the dark, finding God right there. He's grown and gone to college, somewhere warm and wet. And when he calls on Sundays, I confess, I walk out to the yard and look up at the dark sky. Throwing the ball in the dark, still saying hi. Throwing the ball in the dark, Lord, give me that again. Throwing the ball in the dark, my boy, my best friend. Just one more evening past the supper call in the light. Throwing the ball in the dark, everything right. The yard is quiet, but I swear I hear the glove. Throwing the ball in the dark, that's what I call love. That's what I call love.
day you were born, I looked down at your face and felt the whole weight of every wrong and disgrace that I've been carrying so easy up till then. Son, you made me a better man. I had to be someone worth following home. Son, you made me a better man. I didn't do it alone. Son, you made me a better man than I was before. Son, you made me wanna be worth fighting for. Every sacrifice I made it gladly for your sake. Son, you made me a better man. Make no mistake. I stopped running from the things I used to run away from fast. I started thinking long, started building things to last. Because you were watching everything I didn't do. Son, you made me a better man because of you. I had to be someone worth following home. Son, you made me a better man. I didn't do it alone. Son, you made me a better man than I was before. Son, you made me wanna be worth fighting for. Every sacrifice I made it gladly for your sake. Son, you made me a better man. Make no mistake. People always say that parents shape the child, but nobody says what the child does to a man gone wild and lost until he looks into his baby's eyes. Son, you made me a better man. Best surprise. Son, you made me a better man. I need you to know that. Son, you made me a better man. There's no going back to who I was before the day you changed my life. Son, you made me a better man with every sacrifice. He doesn't know how much he saved me, but he will. Son, you made me a better man, and better still. We moved his things last February when we sold the house. His clothes, his tools, his Bible, quiet as a mouse. We moved through every room and took what time allowed. The chair he left behind, we couldn't move that out. It sat there by the window where he always used to read. The chair he left behind, the one thing that we need. The chair he left behind is at my house now. The chair he left behind, I'll tell you how. It holds him in a way that nothing else can do. The cherry left behind, still worn through. My son sits in it sometimes, doing homework in the light, and doesn't know whose chair it was before that night. I told him and he touched the arm with careful hands. The chair he left behind, he understands. It sat there by the window where he always used to read. The chair he left behind, the one thing that we need. The chair he left behind is at my house now. The chair he left behind, I'll tell you how. It holds him in a way that nothing else can do. The chair he left behind, still worn through. Some nights I sit in it when the house goes still, and feel him in the leather and the fabric till the room gets warm and quiet, the way rooms did when he was near. The chair he left behind, he's still right here. The chair he left behind, Lord, I'll keep it forever. The chair he left behind, I'll let go never of the man who sat there reading in the evening light. The chair he left behind, everything right. 3 generations have sat in that old chair, the chair he left behind. Love's still there.
He was barely 2 and the word came out one morning clear. Not daughter like the baby word, but Dad and I could hear. In those 3 letters, everything I hadn't known I'd need. The day he called me Dad, I was free. I had to walk outside and stand beside the car. The day he called me Dad, I saw the man I'd have to be from far. The day he called me Dad, the world were rearranged. The day he called me Dad, nothing was the same. I've been a son my whole life up until that word. The day he called me Dad, the best thing I've heard. He doesn't know that I stood out there in the cold, crying in the driveway like a man who just got told he won the whole world lottery and couldn't hold it in. The day he called me Dad, where do I begin? I had to walk outside and stand beside the car. The day he called me Dad, I saw the man I'd have to be from far. The day he called me Dad, the world were rearranged. The day he called me Dad, nothing was the same. I'd been a son my whole life up until that word. The day he called me Dad, the best thing I've heard. Now he calls me that 100 times a day, and every single time I hear it in the same old way.
called me Dad. Lord, thank you for that. The day He called me Dad. Never looked back from the man I was before that. Morning clear and bright, the day He called me Dad. Finally got it right. He calls me Dad and I become myself again. The day He called me Dad, world without end. You taught me how to shake a hand and look a man in the eye. You taught me how to keep my word and never wonder why. Honesty was harder than the easy road, you'd say. Everything I am, I learned from you today. Every lesson that you gave me is still living in my hands. Everything I am, I learned from you. Now I understand. Everything I am, I learned from you. Everything I am was shaped by what you do, and said and built and stood for every day. Everything I am, you made me this way. You taught me how to lose with grace and win without a show. You taught me when to speak my peace and when to let it go. You taught me that a family is a thing worth everything. Everything I am, you taught me how to sing. Every lesson that you gave me is still living in my hands. Everything I am, I learned from you. Now I understand. Everything I am, I learned from you. Everything I am was shaped by what you do, and said and built and stood for every day. Everything I am, you made me this way. I pass it on to my own son, the way that you passed on to me. The things that don't have a price tags and can't hang on a family tree, but live inside the heart and in the way a person stands. Everything I am, in my son's hands. Everything I am, I learned from you, Dad. Everything I am, the good and the bad, the courage and the patience and the love I've come to know. Everything I am, you made me so. Thank you for the life you gave me every single day. Everything I am, you showed me the way.